Hi YouTubers, I'm back. Sorry it's been so long, and I know some people have messaged me and wanted to know what the status was with the babies. Well, it was a complete and entire bust. I had several broods of eggs. They kept eating them. I don't know what the deal is. I had them separated, as you know, in one of my previous videos. I had like a separation right here. And the female seemed pretty happy, and she kept laying eggs, and the male would do his thing, and he seemed to cover them, and they never seemed viable. They never changed colors, and I don't know if it was because they weren't given enough time, but they would eat them. They would both eat them, not just the male, the female, and I'm not sure why that is. You know, I gave it some thought about putting them in the 40-gallon breeder tank and doing it properly, because that's really, if you're going to be serious about breeding, you need to take them out, put them in a 40-gallon, and let them have their own space. And I considered that. And then I considered all the other fish I have, and I have many tanks to take care of, and I have a really busy life. I'm an artist. I think I've mentioned that in the past. And this summer I've had a lot of commissions, and I've been really, really busy with that. And one of these days I'm going to take you guys out to the studio and show you that part of my world, because that really is a really big part of my world and who I am and what I do. It's not just about fish. As a matter of fact, fish are just a little side hobby that I have in my life, and my real main focus is art. So anyway, here you can see the fish. They're all doing really good. Everybody's super healthy. We haven't had any problems. You might notice that there's some new additions in the bottom of the tank. I found these really cool little glass, they actually look like discus fish. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell from this because it's on an angle, but these little guys are shaped like fish. And my dog Louie is right here snorting around. Louie, do you want to be on camera, Lou? Say hi, Lou. He's a black pug, so you can't even see him. He just disappears. But that's Lou. And back to the glass that I bought. So I bought these little glass balls and these little glass fish, and they actually look like discus. They're so cool. I should have left one out so I could hold it upright so you can really see what they look like. That one's a flower. They had different ones, like one was a flower, some were these fish, and one were, the other one was like these little triangles there. So I just thought it'd be cool to add something else to get it in my way when I'm cleaning. Basically that's what it is. But I like the look of it. I think they look really cool. And my fish love stuff like that. They love messing around and they roll these balls around. It's pretty funny. They'll be looking for food and they literally will roll the balls around the tank. And the Cory cats seem to enjoy all the stuff. My Cory's actually laid eggs again too. So it's definitely not my tank or the water parameters or anything that are keeping from breeding. I just think it probably has everything to do with the fact that this is a community tank, and there's a pleco in here, and there's 3 Cory cats in here. There's no more tetras in here after my big ick nightmare. But that's another thing I'm considering, is getting a whole new school of cardinal tetras and putting them back in here. Here's Jojo. So that's that. Don't see, you can still see I'm dealing with aggression as usual. Aggression is just something that, you know what, it happens. I don't let it bother me. It's just the way they are. They're like cichlids that way. Because they are. They're in the cichlid family. So, there you have it, guys. Everybody's doing good. We don't have any babies, but that's okay. We have big, beautiful discus. Who are constantly fighting over territory in the tank. And it's so funny because when you read in books and stuff about discus, they're supposed to be super peaceful and non-territorial. I don't know where that comes from. In my experience, even though they school together, once they have an established area, they're territorial. You know, they battle over pecking order and rights. Like this one right here, she pushed that snake skin out because that is her little log right there. She likes to, she hasn't laid eggs on it. That's a different female. Pretty sure she's a female. But she likes to pick at that log. She likes to sleep over there. That's her little area, and she defends it. And then you've got the Turk here, who's got some issues on his back fin. They look like little pimples. And don't panic, guys, if you see those little pimples on the fins. As long as they're not fungus. Most of the time they're, well, in this case anyway, for my fish, most of the time they're from the snake skin here right in front, who will pick at him. He's going to go over and demonstrate. So they heal. They go away. They come and go. No big deal. But they also can appear from poor water quality. You'll see your discus will get little pimples, either on their scales or on their fins somewhere. But, you know, change your water. Keep your water super fresh. You don't have to worry about anything else. Fungus looks a little different. Fungus usually doesn't have the fine definition. Like these look like little tiny, let's see if I can get a shot of it. That's probably about as close as we're going to get there. But his look like tiny little white balls on the back of his fin, and they're really super small. But I think it's just from him getting nipped constantly by the snake skin. They'll go away. You can see he's always got a couple scales that aren't perfect because he's the lowest man on the totem pole in this tank, so he's constantly being picked at. There's Jo. She can be aggressive too. And my Pleco, the new Pleco's in here, he just hides all the time. But he's looking really, really good. He's doing well. Cory cats are all doing well. They usually are kind of nappy. They take naps in the afternoon like this. They just kind of chill out. And in the evening they start to go wild. They're like little puppy dogs when I feed them. When I do water changes, they're so cute. They like race around the tank and they race up to the top and then they come back down. And then when the new water starts flowing in, they love the current of the flowing water. They all fight each other to get in front of that current. It's really cute to watch. I really love Corys. I think they're an underrated fish, you know. They are cool. If you wanted a little fish that acted like a puppy dog, get yourself some Corys. They really have huge personalities for little fish. You wouldn't tell right now by looking at this one. But like I said, this is just kind of like a rest period right now. Back to the discus. As you can tell, they usually don't just stay stationary in my tank. I've seen a lot of tanks online where they just kind of float stationary in this middle column of the water. I like to watch the interaction of the fish and, you know, watch their different personalities. So anyway, that's it, guys. Just wanted to show you the status of the tank. Everything's doing well. Let me know how your discus are doing. In my next video, I think I'll show you guys my studio. So take care, fish people.